What is going on, everyone? At Blaze FM here, and welcome back to another episode of Battling with Bromey. Today we have the first game of the season against Altrincham. It's been a very, very busy window for us. I've managed to reduce the wage bill significantly. We're paying players £1,000 less than we were last season, and I feel like overall we've improved the quality of the player that's come in. So you can see there's a lot of outs there, lots of players that are not going to play for us. They're on lots of wages. For example, Fassini was on £500 a week, and he was just sitting on the bench collecting £500 a week. And to this sort of level, that's a lot of money. Just another thing to tell you about before we go through the transfers, which I will do in a minute, is we now have an affiliate club with Millwall. It's not something that I asked for. It just came through as an inbox message saying Bromey announced link with Millwall, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I looked at some of their players, and some of their players that they were available to loan were fantastic and really, really improved the side. And this was halfway through the window, and I've made a few transfers, so the squad is a bit inflated at the moment. Anyway, let's take you through the transfers. First of all, this is a player that I brought in before the Millwall link, Roman Michael Persil. At the time, I thought he was going to be a good rotation player. At the time, he was rated 2-star current ability, according to my assistant. But since then, he's dropped off because of the player that we've brought in, and I don't really think he's going to play much this season, which is a bit of a strange transfer on my part. If the Millwall thing had come in earlier, I wouldn't have bothered bringing him in. Second player we brought in, Kieran Bywater, a player that I'd agreed to sign halfway through the end of last season. We've signed him from Bishop Stratford, who are playing in the Conference South. I feel like he's a great player. He will be our starting right midfielder for most games this season. Fantastic player, young, good potential, good current ability, very good player for this level. Second, we've got in Ben Thompson on loan. He's a fantastic box-to-box midfielder, an area that I really, really wanted to strengthen. He's got the pace to get up and down the field, great passing, great work rate. He's suited to League 2 football apparently, so he should hopefully help us climb the divisions. Another player we've got in is Harry Gerling, a keeper on loan. I said that I wanted to get a keeper in. This guy was available. He's probably going to start. He's only 18, and he looks very, very promising. Very nice of Millwall to let me have him on loan for the season. Another final person we got from Millwall is left back Noah Kesmain. I'm going to say Kesmain. I think it's Kesmain. If you do know how to pronounce that, do let me know in the comments down below. But he's a player who I think overall increases the quality of the player in the side. He's got 12 tackling, 14 marking. He's going to be playing as a fullback on support. He should be able to provide us with a few assists whilst keeping us watertight at the back, which is exactly what we need. Another player we've brought in, Jan Butts. Again, this was before I'd agreed to sign the guy from Millwall. I completely forgot about him, signed him, and then realised that he's rubbish and that we don't need him. He's on a non-contract, so I'm just going to keep him around in case I get any injuries. But other than that, he's probably not going to play it at all this season. Might give him a run out in the FA Trophy if we get someone rubbish. Another player we've brought in is James Harron. Basically, he's a jack of all trades, master of none. He's a perfect sort of player for this division. If we get injuries, right midfield, he can play there. If we're really struggling, he can play up front. He can play centre-back, he can play on the right. Just a very, very good squad player, which is exactly what you need in this division. Another player we have brought in is James Pearson. I missed out on a fantastic free signing. He went to Tranmere Rovers instead of joining us. But then I found this guy as a free agent, £450 a week. I feel like he's a good player for us. Good heading, good marking, good tackling. He's probably going to be a backup centre-back, and he can play right-back, which is fantastic. Another player we've brought in is Junaid Mead, a right-back who is a right-back or a right midfielder, just cover on the right-hand side. As you can see here, 15 acceleration, 14 pace. That's the main reason I brought him in. For this division, that is lightning fast. But he is not as fast as this guy who I have brought in. Again, right-sided player. got plenty of cover on that right hand side, which is exactly what we need. Paul Rodgers has left the club. I need to bring him back up. This is exactly the sort of player that I want. He can play on the left back, left midfield, and look at that pace. 17 acceleration and 15 pace. In this division, he is lightning fast. He's not the best technically. He's got 10 dribbling, 9 crossing, but that pace and that acceleration is exactly what we need in this division. And here is the side that is going to go into today's episode. Let me just get forward to the game. The media have decided that we are going to finish 16th this season. I'm going to completely disagree with that. I feel like we've got one of the strongest sides in the division at this point. I'm very, very happy with the transfers we've made this season. Hopefully we can be pushing for those playoff spots, which is exactly where I want to be at the end of this season. Pushing for promotion. If we miss out this year, we will definitely go up next year. We've held on to Emmanuel. We had interest out from outside to have time down to a 2-year deal, which I think I told you about in the 7.5 episode yesterday, which if you did not catch, it would be, in my opinion, a good watch. Just to let you know the why I've brought in the players that I have done. Cook is going to drop out because of the signings that we made. That's just the way it's going to work. Going to bring Littman on the bench. I'm going to look to play him more this season. I feel like there's a lot to come from him this year. But anyway, enough of my rambling. Let's move on into today's game. See the struggling for match fitness there. That's just because it's the first game of the season. I didn't take you through my friendlies. Nothing really to know. We played some good football. We played some rubbish football. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. We played some big sides again. Let's get money in because the finances are not great. But there's not much I can do about that. That's just the division we're in. Unfortunately, we're still semi-professional. I have asked the board if they will go professional, and they told me where to stick it. I'm going to keep pushing for that this season. I feel like we really do need to go professional. But if we can win promotion this year, it's going to force their hand. Goldberg has a fantastic shot saved there by the keeper, by TDZ. So again, we're sticking with this 4-4-2 system. I feel like I perfected it towards the back end of last season, which was the main reason why we stayed up. I made some changes to the system. I feel like we were just harrying players more. We've picked up an injury here on this right hand side, but Emmanuel's through. Can he score? No. Deezy's having a great game here for Altrincham. You can see the quality of the player that we've brought in. We are just murdering Altrincham in all areas of the pitch. Bywater here with the corner. Can he whip it in? And we are going to get another corner from that. Hopefully we're going to get a better delivery here from Bywater. It's exactly the same corner again. Why was that a highlight? So Ben Thompson has picked up an injury there. I'm going to bring him off at half time. He should be able to make it to half time, and he has. I encourage them because we're playing well. Max Porter's going to come on into the middle there. He's going to have a quick look at the pro zone. Again, this is the first game of the day. I fast forwarded to the. They've not done anything. I fast forwarded to the first game of the season last night after yesterday's episode. But Altrincham haven't done anything, not made any key passes. We're all over them. Let's hope for more of that in the second half. So again, the goals for the season is hopefully to push for the playoff spots, which is where I would like to be. I'd like to move the series forward and move on into League 2. But that would only be possible if we could actually score a goal, which would be delightful at this point. I was going to make a change there. We're going to play this highlight out. Copper for weight. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Lovely interception there by Ramsey, who we have got back on loan. I forgot to mention that. He's come back to us from Norwich City. Bywater, can he whip it across? He can, and that should have been 1-0. Bywater, can he deliver a better quality ball? No, he can't. He is off corners from now on. Call it to Fanimo. Fanimo can't do anything with it, and that's going to be in the highlight. Bywater's had a good game today, but I'm going to bring him on. I'm going to bring on the pace of Jeremy Mead. Littman is going to come on for Emmanuel, who hasn't had a great game. And that's 3 substitutes. Hopefully we don't pick up an injury, touch wood. Tapping my desk here to hopefully pick up this win. I feel like if we don't win today, it'll be a bit annoying considering we've dominated possession, we've dominated everything. The only thing we're lacking at this point is a goal. I'm going to look to exploit the flanks now hopefully push them to score a goal. Oh no, this is ridiculous. A smash and grab. Altrincham do not deserve this. We've been the better side all day. We just didn't make our chances pay, and they have had one shot on target. I'm getting FM'd. Well and truly FM'd. What, my defenders there, absolutely nowhere, and Lowry slots it into the open net. Keeper, I'm not going to talk about the keeper. The fans in that away end go absolutely wild, all two of them. And that's going to do it for today. Not good enough. Same start as last season. You know what? We're going to play 2 games today. I'm not going to have this. I'm not going to have this first episode of the season end in a 1-0 loss at Altrincham. I felt they were a better side than them. It's just not come to fruition. So I will join you for the second match of today's episode. Talk to you in a bit. Guys, we are back with this second game of the episode against Boreham Wood. Ben Thompson is out injured after the knock he picked up in the second game, so he is going to sit out today's game. Rob Swain is on 86% conditioning, so he's going to start today's game, but Parmenter is probably going to come on at some point. Let's move forward with it today. So we're looking for a better performance today. It was just not acceptable in that last game, considering we beat them. Well, we didn't beat them. We played the better football. We definitely got FM'd. So hoping that doesn't happen in today's episode. So since the last game, I have looked to sign a striker. The fact that we didn't score in that last game really did knock my confidence a bit. I felt like we were going to do a lot better this season. And Lippman is not happy at the moment because he feels like his lack of goals is affecting his confidence, which I can completely understand. But I do feel he will get himself onto the score sheet at some point this season, something he shouldn't worry about. But as you can see, this game is an absolute cracker. 25 minutes in, we haven't had a highlight yet. We've had 1 shot on target. Boreham Wood have managed 4, but no shots on target. They've had more possession. We haven't done anything with the ball. This is really interesting. Fanimo there is on 68% conditioning, something we will perhaps have to address at half time, which is where we are going to end up in a second. This has been a very drab match, to say the least. Swain picking up a yellow card that is definitely coming off before he gets sent off. We remember his shenanigans from the last season, getting sent off in the first episode and then getting sent off in the second episode, doing exactly the same thing as he did last time. So we're going to look we're going to look down to close down number 24. He's doing far too much. Well, he's not doing too much, but he's been their maestro in this first half. Let's move on. Hopefully we can ask for a better second half from the lads, as we've brought Parmenter on at centre back just before Rob Swain gets himself sent off. So for Fanimo, he's definitely going to be my next substitution. He's going to come off after this highlight. Akito here on this left hand side to Fanimo. Fanimo in the box, and there's no one there to get on the end of it, but Akito's going to recycle the ball. He's going to pass it out to Fanimo. Fanimo skinned his man there, and Southwood with the save. So Fanimo's going to come off. We're going to get Mead on. We're going to take off Goldberg instead of Emmanuel this time. I just feel like Emmanuel's got more in his locker. Hopefully get Lippman on and get that goal for him. Hope that was not the end of the highlight, apparently. So Watson here, looking forward for McDonald. It's cut out by Corley. Corley looks forward for Goldberg. Goldberg looking forwards. Lovely free ball from Fanimo. I can't speak. Cannot speak. So if we pick up a point here, I'd be very happy. So Griffiths over to Shakes. And Shakes is going to bring it in for Randall, and that's going to be 1-0 Boreham Wood. This is not two FMs, but 2 ridiculous games in a row where I don't feel we deserve to be losing. And this is the start of all starts in this season. We're going to be bottom of the league, are we not? No, second bottom. I don't want to see that. We're going to go for this. We have to go for this. We have to get a point or something. I was just saying how the team is much better than it was last season. Apparently not. And we're going to go out 1-0 losers here, unless we can produce something in this last 10 minutes. Ramsey to Parmenter, back to Ramsey. Ramsey looking forward for Lippman. Bywater here. Forward for Lippman. Lippman, can he get it into Emmanuel? No. And that is going to be the end of the highlight. No, it's not. Mead, can he recycle it? To Porter, to Emmanuel. Emmanuel gets tackled there, but he wins the ball back. Mead across for Lippman, and he's hit the bar. He's hit the bar. And that is going to do it. Unless we can score something here. No, that's going to do it. 1-0 Bournemouth. Disappointing episode. Hopefully we can pick it up in this next episode of Battling with Bromley. That's going to do it. I'm going to get aggressive with the lads yet again. Not good enough. We'll move forwards. I thought we were going to do something this season. I really did. But look at that form to start off with. So we're going to come back. We did Aldershot last time. We'll come back for the Wrexham game. So if you have enjoyed today's episode, I can't imagine why we've lost 2 games. 1-0, disappointing. But if you have enjoyed today's episode, please hit that like button. If you are enjoying the content on the channel, please do not forget to subscribe. This has been a Blaze FM. Signing out. Thank you very much for watching.